Coach, as I said to you a little bit ago, I kind of looked at the statistics and the numbers after the game, and I thought, man, something has happened to this football team over the last couple of weeks, and you're just able to run the football right down their throat.
Yeah, I was actually surprised with how we came out, and I just kind of felt like we came out like a pistol. You know, we were just flying, and I actually alluded to I wanted to be a buzzsaw going through them, and the kids I think took that to heart, and they just came out and they played hard and executed, and it was a lot of fun, and that's the best we've come out and started a football game yet.
Well, okay, listen, there's no secret to doing things like that. I mean, it's not something you say, well, I'll just come in here, we'll do it, and it happens because it was kind of, I don't know, was it an experiment because you wanted to make it more fun, and then all of a sudden now this team has responded?
Yeah, and I just had my captain's meeting. We do every Monday, and I was just, I call it my temperature meeting, get a temperature of the team, and they're like, yeah, we're just having fun playing football again. And then, not that they weren't ever having fun, but we've just been doing things that I think are making it more fun, and even the coaches are having a little more fun or just more active, and I think that it's all part of it. And even in pregame, I could just feel something a little different now, and they're starting to just get after each other a little bit in a good, positive manner, and I just seen just a great transformation with this team. I'm really excited.
I know you were concerned going in, too. I mean, there's no doubt that you just don't know sometimes on a Friday night what you're going to get on both sides of the football, but their inability to stop your running attack, you've had the best now running attack over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and Try's a good team, so this isn't like we ran through a team that wasn't very good. I think we caught them on an off night, but we just went out. We've been picking a word of the week, and last week the word was execute, and they literally just I graded the O linemen, and every one of them graded out over 85%. So there was just staunch execution, just getting after it, whistle to whistle, and we played a physical brand of football that I really like seeing us play, and it's just a lot of fun to be a part of.
Might have been some of the love you gave him last week, right?
Yeah, it must be. They've been really happy with me recently because I'm doing a little more love and less conditioning, I guess is what you'd say. Yeah.
Coach Dillon had a heck of a ball game. I mean, averaging over 16 yards a carry.
Yeah, that was something, and just seeing the smile on his face, I haven't seen that in 3 years from him. Back when he was doing quarterback and usually getting yelled at by me, so he was just having fun playing football. And once again, it goes to the guys up front though. Chris Pritchett and Peyton Hobson were leading; those backs leading the way, and the line and our tight end Jaron Razor, they were just clearing pass for him. But he was hitting the hole hard, and he was gone. And once he gets going, he's a fast kid. He's kind of hard to stop.
Well, your defense, too, did their job, didn't they?
Yeah. And we had some I was very impressed with because we had 7 3-and-outs, which is something – our goal is 3 3-and-outs a game, and they really took that to heart. We've been talking about just executing and reading our keys and doing things like that, and they really stepped to the challenge, and they were starting to have a lot of fun.
All right, Coach, this thing's getting a little mixed up there at the top in the conference, isn't it?
Yeah, it's every Friday you look and see, okay, who beat who and what happened where, and it's very fortunate for us because we're still in the mix. And this Friday is a real big one versus Northeastern, and that's going to have a lot to say with who's at the top come the end of the season, I think. So we're really happy and just glad to be here in the mix.
All right, let's talk about your defense first against that type of offense. Again, it's one of those offenses you don't see every time. You know them over the last couple of years. Is there a secret to stopping them or slowing them down?
No, with an offense like that, you just have to be very disciplined on defense, and we're going to spend all week. We got to get our scout team to just give us the best look possible. Hard to replicate that offense in a week, but we're going to spend a lot of time working with our scout team, just running the stuff on air and just getting that mesh down. Then secondly, you just got to be disciplined, read your keys, and do your job, and that's what we're going to preach to them all week, and hopefully we can come out and have a good showing again.
From an offensive standpoint, when you look at their defense, talk a little bit about what is your biggest concern. Do they fly around the football a lot on Friday night?
Oh, they do. They're big, they're physical, and they play fast. And last year they had a heck of a game plan against us and held us to 14 points when we were coming in feeling really good about our offense. So I know they're going to be prepared for us and have another good game plan. I just got to have the kids ready to make any adjustments we need to make. And basically it's a war of attrition when you get there and play Northeastern. And we just got to be ready to keep fighting and bursting through that wall. And then once we get through there, we hopefully can keep it going.
When I talked to Coach Roeder last week, the one thing he said, and he's been saying this, and I know you believe it as well, you cannot go into any Friday night thinking, even though you feel good about last week, it always matters this week because somebody's ready to knock you off.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, anytime you're going against Northeastern, since I've been out here, they've been kind of the cream of the crop, them in Hagerstown in the conference. So that's a big game, and they have expectations for themselves, and they're not going to just roll over and die for you. No team will. And so I know this is going to be a big one. I know they're excited about it, and it's their homecoming. So there's a lot of things going their way this week. We just got to make sure that we go in there and focus on us and we're ready to play football.
Is it physical from the very beginning?
Absolutely. That's how it always goes with Northeastern, and it's always a blast. And I tell you, these games, I'm always mentally exhausted after playing Northeastern because it is just the entire 48 minutes. You just are on edge and coaching your butt off, and it's a lot of fun.